Welcome back to the Flashracing Cup Series Season 4, and we are going to be at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the Axalta 400. We are back at it again, Homestead Miami Speedway, one of the best racetracks for mile-and-a-half action. Multi-groove racing. On the high side, the middle, the low side, pretty much anywhere you can imagine. There's plenty of real estate for these drivers to work with, and that is why this is a fan and driver favorite racetrack for everyone in the sport. And what a great way to continue the season at one of the greatest mile-and-a-half racetracks and the Florida Swing. Yeah, that's right, folks. We are back at it again and looking forward to taking that. Reward is Simon Torres, your Daytona 500 champion. Yeah, that's right, folks. Simon Torres is on pole, and everyone on this lineup is where they are in the points for the top 10. You have Simon Torres on the pole. He always has super fast race cars, and he's proven that both in the Clash and in the Daytona 500. So that's really cool. He's leading the points. And in second place in points, Kyle Busch in the Interstate Batteries Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, that's right, folks. In his final season with Joe Gibbs, he's in second place in the points so far, so he's going to be looking forward to have a good rest of the season, and this race is going to be another chance to win at Homestead. He knows how to win races and championships at this racetrack, so to win a race today would not be a surprise. It wouldn't be a surprise to see Kyle Busch go out and win this one. Sitting third in points is Flash Racer in the number 94 Chevrolet Camaro for PTR Flash Racing. After a heartbreaking finish in the Daytona 500, not quite taking the win, it's looking a lot like Flash Racer may have another chance at winning a race. We're heading back to a track that he's proven to be really good at in his career, and today, hopefully, it will be a different result than last year, getting into it with Kevin Harvick. Hopefully, Flash Racer can stay out of trouble in his Dunkin' Donuts Chevrolet Camaro and have a great run and hopefully get a win. He's trying to break a long winless streak, and he just added to that Flashracing Cup Series winless streak with losing the Clash and Daytona 500. So will Flash Racer finally get a chance to break the winless streak today, or will he continue with it going into future races? He's looking forward to breaking the streak, and he's got the equipment and the race car tonight to do it here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. We have Denny Hamlin, Philip Torres, just a lot of great drivers. Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick is starting to put things together with this 45 car. It's going to be really exciting to see him. And just look at the names we're starting to see. Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace. Look at the names that are starting to show up in the top 15 in this 36-car field. Really excited to see how today's race goes. And without further ado, let's get down the starting lineup for today's race here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup for the Axalta 400. And of course, the top 10 is lined up to how they are in points. So behind our Skyline pace car, we have Simon Torres and Kyle Busch. Then we have Flash Racer and Denny Hamlin. We have Philip Torres and Martin Truex Jr., two veterans. We got Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott. Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson. Kevin Harvick and Bubba Wallace. Eric Almirola and Ryan Blaney. Austin Cindric and Brad Keselowski. Ross Chastain and Alex Bowman. Joey Logano and Chase Briscoe. William Byron and Jessica Monnet. Daniel Suarez and Harrison Burton. Alex Ross and Eric Jones. Cole Custer and Izzy B. Austin Dillon and Ty Dillon. Brothers in that row. We have Chris Buescher in the 5th Third Bank Ford Mustang alongside Corey LaJoie in his Schluter Systems car. Number 7, we have the first phase machine of Todd Gilliland and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And in the last row, Noah Gregson and Kaz Gralla in the number 50 car, starting in the 36th starting position. And it's going to be a really exciting race today. And now it's time to go over the racing package for those who are new to the Flashracing Cup Series. And for anyone new that does not know about the Flashracing Cup Series, this is not a stop motion, folks. This is a true rolling die-cast race. And spots are determined by this, the spinner. And of course, the numbers on the spinner, whichever number that tick lands on the spinner is how many boxes you move on the racetrack itself. And of course, adjustments will be made if needed for the numbers on the spinner because these tracks, the size of them. However, these drivers, when they get side by side, if you get to a car's side, you pass them. And of course, the aggression of these drivers is based on how the drivers race these cars in the Cup Series. And of course, for the leader, they will get 5 spins. These are sequential shifted next-gen cars, meaning that you get 5 spins on the restart. Remember, you're shifting, and it's really important for the leader to be on his or her A game to start the race. You don't want to lose pace, so you've got to have a good restart. And because this is a single-stage race, you have to take every advantage you can as the control car because it could be your only chance to win a race in the Flashracing Cup Series with single-stage races, shorter races. And that means with shorter races, less time for these drivers. So they are under pressure almost every lap to be on their best, to be their best that they can, and to compete at the highest level of die-cast racing. So without further ado, folks, it's time to get the pre-race ceremonies on so we can get the green flag going here in the Flashracing Cup Series. Season 4, Axalta 400. Alright, folks, now that the pre-race ceremonies have passed and the engines are fired on these next-generation race cars, remember, this is the first 1.5-mile racetrack that this next-gen car will be tackling in the Flashracing Cup Series. So that is going to be really exciting. Are these teams up to the challenge for a 1.5-mile race with these next-gen cars? Not a lot of time to work with. You only got one stage. You only have one chance to get maximum points. So without further ado, it's time to get these cars cleared from the racetrack so that we can go green here in the Flashracing Cup Series. Stay tuned for the drop of the green flag for the Axalta 400. Alright, folks, the cars have been cleared from the racetrack so that we can run our basic racing rules package as we explained during the beginning of the broadcast. Alright, folks, the next generation car at a 1.5-mile racetrack. The first time we'll see it in the Flashracing Cup Series. The starter has the green flag in his hand, and the green flag is out at Homestead Miami Speedway. Here in Florida, here comes Simon Torres in the CDS Toyota Camry. Working his way up through the gears. Here he comes for his run, using that middle groove. And here he is. We're coming down the back straightaway. Simon Torres is the fastest car so far. We're going to have to see. Of course, he laid down the first run. Kyle Busch, we're going to have to see what he's got in his Interstate Batteries Toyota Camry. He's going to run the middle. He's going to run the high side. Here he is, running that fence. Gonna go to the bottom, side by side, down the back straightaway to begin. And Kyle Busch is gonna pass Simon Torres and get the lead here at Homestead Miami Speedway. So Kyle Busch is out front. Simon Torres is boyhood hero in a battle with him. Simon Torres and Kyle Busch. Toyota is starting this race on the right foot. They've got 2 cars in contention so far. Here comes Flash Racer in the number 94 Dunkin' Donuts Chevrolet Camaro for PTR Flash Racing. Of course, sold his team to Philip Torres. Here he comes on that middle lane. He usually likes to run that lane. Coming to the bottom. Can he make that move? And it looks like he's trying to get to the quarter panel of Simon Torres. It's not going to happen. Not enough speed there. And Simon Torres is going to stay ahead of Flash Racer. Flash Racer is running in third in that Dunkin' Donuts Chevrolet. And it's still going to be the battle between Kyle Busch and Simon Torres, with Flash Racer and his Dunkin' Donuts Chevy Camaro running in third. Here comes Denny Hamlin and the number 11 FedEx Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs. Another Toyota. Let's see what he's got. Here comes Denny Hamlin. Can he do it? And a block. Contact made right there. But it looks like that block from Flash Racer is going to put Denny Hamlin back a little bit. That was huge contact right there between the 11 and the 94. But of course, these next-gen cars are hard and rigid, as you saw right there. A shot from the back from Denny Hamlin right when Flash came down to throw a block to try to maintain his third place. And that is racing with the next-gen car in the Flash Racing Cup Series. 3 Toyotas so far in contention. Here it comes. Flash Racer's teammate and team owner, Philip Torres, in the Oreo Ice Cream Chevrolet. Let's see what he has. Not the fastest run, unfortunately, for Philip Torres. He was hoping to shake it up a little bit more in today's race so far to start off with. But regardless, he is in the top 5. Philip Torres is going to round out the top 5 here in the Flash Racing Cup Series Axalta 400 so far. Kyle Busch maintaining his lead with Simon Torres right behind. But here comes Martin Truex Jr. and the number 19 Auto Owners Camry. So we had Denny Hamlin in the Camry, Simon Torres and Kyle Busch. And now, here comes another car from the Gibbs family. Martin Truex Jr. What a masterclass couple of passes right here. Martin Truex Jr. is going to blow the doors off of Flash Racer right there. And he's going to literally get past Simon Torres as well. And now Martin Truex Jr. is in contention for the win with Kyle Busch out front. So 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates are battling for the lead out front with Simon Torres in third. So it looks like Flash Racer stuck in a Toyota sandwich right there. But man, what a masterclass move by Martin Truex Jr. Passes like 3-4 cars and blows the doors off of Flash Racer clean. As Flash Racer had said on the radio, he's just shocked about how quickly the 19 was able to get past him as well. He couldn't even make a move to even defend himself. As Martin has worked his way up to second place, Kyle Busch still dominating the race so far. But here comes Christopher Bell in the number 20 Camry. Let's see what he's got. The Reen car. He's going to run that high side. He's a dirt racer. He knows how to run it. Going to the bottom. Here he comes. And another Toyota blows by Flash Racer Christopher Bell. And now the top 5 is now almost the entire top 5 is now consisted of Toyotas except Flash Racer. Denny Hamlin's coming really short of it because Flash Racer had made that move. Cost Denny Hamlin a lot of momentum right there. But it looks like Kyle Busch still leading the charge. Toyota Racing Development in domination mode tonight with some of the fastest cars in the field so far in this race. 2 Chevrolets have gone so far, and none of them have been able to reach the masterclass of Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyo Sport. Here comes another Chevrolet ready to shake the show up. Here comes Chase Elliott in his Hooters Camaro. Let's see what Chase Elliott has for this race. And of course, oh, here it comes, Chase Elliott. He's going to work his way up to the top 3 and pass Simon Torres. Not much of a competition there. Just Simon Torres saw the 9 was faster, and he had no chance of even trying to make a move on him right there, Chase Elliott. But it looks like Kyle Busch still leading the charge. Chase Elliott in position behind second place, Martin Truex Jr. And so far, the slowest of the cars that have gone so far, unfortunately, is Philip Torres. He's working with everything he's got. But apparently, it's not the best race car so far for Philip Torres, which is unfortunate, but he's going to do the best he can to maintain the top 10 behind Denny Hamlin. But here comes Tyler Reddick in the 45. Still has not gotten an 8 car from Richard Childress Racing, so he will continue so far with the number 45 Moneyline Camry. Tyler Reddick knows how to run the fence, so he's all good on that one. Wow, what a move right there. He is going to get past 2 cars right there. And looks like now Tyler Reddick finds himself behind the number 94 of Flash Racer. And the 46 is continuing to lose spots. So that is going to be a point of concern so far for Philip Torres in that Oreos Ice Cream Chevrolet Camaro. As that car is losing spots and pace, which is not what you want to see if you want to win races here at Homestead. You want that car to constantly be in it, and so far the 46's car is not in it at all so far. Besides maintaining himself in the top 10, hoping not to lose any more points or spots. But Kyle Busch is still dominating this race, folks. Unbelievable. Here comes, oh boy, we have another great driver at Homestead. Kyle Larson in the Valvoline Chevrolet Camaro. Let's see what he's got. Kyle Larson, the number 5. Here he goes. He knows how to run the fence, so he is going to easily make it work right there. Philip Torres is not going to make it easy on Larson. Larson gets to the side of Phil Torres. A little contact, as you saw right there. He hip-checked him a little bit. And now Kyle Larson is going to work his way up to second place with Kyle Busch out front, maintaining his spot. The Kyle and Kyle show is taking place so far in the Axalta 400. Kyle Busch is still maintaining his spot with Larson in second, Truex third, and Elliott in fourth. The top 5 being rounded out by Toyo Sports driver Simon Torres. And now the top 5 is a mix of Toyota and Chevrolet. And so it's going to be a battle between those 2 manufacturers so far. But Kyle Busch is leading the charge for Toyota in his final season with them. Here comes, oh boy, our first Ford. And he's won a championship, the 2014 Sprint Cup champion, Kevin Harvick. The first Ford of the night, a Stewart-Haas Racing powerhouse. Let's see what he's got in that Subway Ford Mustang. Finally, we get to say Ford Mustang. The Fords just were not the fastest in there. And now it looks like he's going to do a master class pass on Phil Torres. And he's going to be right behind. Oh, man. Looks like they're going to meet again. Flash Racer and Kevin Harvick have found themselves again on the racetrack. But it's not going to last long as he's going to pass Christopher Bell as well. So Harvick is going to be out in front of Flash Racer no matter how you slice it, folks. And that 46 car is really, really losing pace. A lot of concern over the radio for the 46. 94 car is faring just a little bit better, but not as much beneficiaries for that 94. He's still not out front with Busch, Larson, Truex, Elliott, and Simon Torres. But here comes another Camry. Looks like the Toyota Camry is the race car for this race so far. They're dominating it and only being rivaled by Hendrick Motorsports. Bubba Wallace, and it looks like Phil Torres has lost another spot almost, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Phil Torres is going to maintain his spot, and Bubba Wallace is not going to get it right there. Phil Torres is not going to lose any more spots. And he is going to defend all he can to maintain what he has. But, of course, just dominating performance for Kyle Busch. One of his best performances so far. Unbelievable. And he's won races in the Flashracing Cup Series. But right now, he is on full domination mode. He is back to form. He's back to Season 1 domination form. Here comes Eric Almirola. Pretty good to see him this high up in the field starting out wise. Let's see what he's got. And Eric Almirola is going to get ready to roll out. Here he comes. And Eric Almirola, not the fastest run, unfortunately, so not a lot of speed from the Ford camp. The Mustangs are struggling a little bit, but the best Ford so far in this race is clearly Kevin Harvick in that Subway Ford Mustang, and it's been proven all night long so far. that the Toyota Camrys of Joe Gibbs Racing are dominating this race, only rivaled by Hendrick Motorsports and Simon Toy Sports, and now Stewart Haas Racing. The PTR Flash Racing cars right now are performing very second tier compared to the Hendrick cars. You have a car struggling with handling and a car that is just fighting to stay where he is, right behind that number 20. But here comes Ryan Blaney in the number 12 Ford, another Ford tonight. Will he get it done? He can get it done. He's got the equipment. So we're going to have to see what he does. And Ryan Blaney charging his Ford Mustang to the front. And Simon Torres is going to lose a spot right there. So as these cars keep on running, looks like Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott have found themselves on the racetrack again, as they always have. They had a close finish in Season 1 at Bristol, and they are racing hard again. These guys are best friends off the racetrack as well. Of course, Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney, some of the more popular drivers, and they are in contention big time. But the leaders continue to battle, and the domination of Kyle Busch continues here at Homestead Miami Speedway. We're only rivaled by Kyle Larson. As you can see, look at that domination mode right there. And we have Austin Cindric. He won the Open in the Clash this year. So, can he make it happen on an oval? We're going to have to find that out. Was he all show and no go for a rookie? Let's see what he's got. Austin Cindric is going to pass another one. And looks like Austin Cindric is going to pass a lot of cars. And it looks like Martin Truex Jr. is going to lose a spot. So as these guys start to run the fence, Martin Truex Jr. tries to battle Austin Cindric, and that is not going to happen. Austin is going to easily squeak past Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. And look at that, folks. So a rookie is really competitive here tonight. We got one of them to run really good, and that is Austin Cindric, right behind Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch. So all three manufacturers round out the top three. Kyle Busch for Toyota, Kyle Larson, Chevrolet, and Austin Cindric for Ford. Here comes another Ford Mustang. We got Brad Keselowski. Let's see what he has for the field. Here he comes. Wow! And that is all he's going to get. He's going to get past Tyler Reddick. And he is barely going to get past Flash Racer. In fact, Flash Racer is going to maintain his spot. He's just a bit faster than the car number 6. And Brad Keselowski just starting to own that RFK Mustang. That number 6 was once piloted by Flash Racer's boyhood hero, Mark Martin. And now it looks like Flash Racer's competing with that very number. And it's in a competitive role with Brad Keselowski. But Flash Racer's prevailing in that spot. But here comes Ross Chastain. And we all know that Ross Chastain will do whatever it takes to win. And in the Flash Racing Cup Series at a 1.5-mile track, it's expected to be the same. Here he comes, Ross Chastain. In that K1 Speed Camaro, another new race car. Whoa, he almost made contact with Reddick. He got really close and right behind Brad Keselowski. And Keselowski is going to maintain that spot. He is not going to let Ross Chastain by at all. And as they run so far, here they are out front. Here they are, Kyle Busch. And look at how close to the fence Larson is running. He is balls to the wall so far. And he's going to do whatever it takes. I'm telling you, Larson will try something. But Austin Cindric is running third, and he's ready to pounce for whatever happens next. Alex Bowman in the number 48. Best friends. Let's see what he's got. Looks like he's going to get past Ross Chastain and be right behind Brad Keselowski. As you can see, a good cause supporting for that ally. Best friends, save them all. Hashtag. He's having a great run with that car tonight. A special paint scheme for Alex Bowman. Has a huge passion for animals. And he's flexing it tonight with that beautiful new car. Here comes Joey Logano. And we all know Joey Logano has not won anything since Season 1. So, just what a hard career he's had in the Flash Racing Cup. Nowhere near his Cup performance, even as a 2-time Cup champion. Now here comes Joey Logano. Let's see what he's got. See where that number puts him. He's going to body slam Phil Torres a little bit. Now Phil Torres lost a bit of momentum right there, and Logano is going to find himself in front of Tyler Reddick right there. So Phil Torres got bossed around a little bit by the 22, one of his rivals. So that's just great for him. Logano is just desperate to just do something in this series. It's been a while since we've seen him be so relevant. Here comes Chase Briscoe in the number 14. Not the fastest run. Still trying to get some more experience in the Flashracing Cup series. As you can see, that is Chase Briscoe. Here comes William Byron in the number 24. Let's see what he's got. William Byron's won races here before, but tonight it doesn't look like he's going to make very much progress as the runs are starting to slow down. He is going to be right behind Phil Torres, just not enough to get past the 2001 Rookie of the Year. Here comes Jessica Mata in the number 13 Toyota. The standards for those Toyota sports cars are going to get set higher and higher the more and more well that Simon Torres performs. Your Daytona 500 champion. Kyle Busch is out front, and looks like the battle's hungry for another Toyota. Let's see what Jessica Mata has in that number 13 car. And here she comes. Bam! A shot to the back of Joey Logano. It's going to make a spot right there. And, of course, Jessica Mata is an aggressive driver, so you really got to be careful with her. Now that she's in equipment that can compete very well, she can do whatever she wants now. And she is showing it. Another lost spot for Flash Racer to Jessica Mata, looking to forge her name into the Flash Racing Cup Series legend list for the Thunderverse drivers. Yeah, that's right, folks. The Thunderverse is where these drivers are coming from. Here comes Daniel Suarez, not a Thunderverse driver, a NASCAR Cup Series winner though, so he's got a chance. He's won here at he's won at a road course at Sonoma in the NASCAR Cup Series. And Daniel Suarez is only gonna get past William Byron right there. Not too fast of a run. Phil Torres going to maintain his spot right there, and that's all he's going to get for Daniel Suarez. Was hoping for a little more, but he's got lots of races left in the season to prove his worth for that number 99 right there. Harrison Burton. Woo! And it looks like now he's working his way up the pack. He's got a fast race car, making it 3 wide. Chances taken right there. And it looks like he is going to get, he's going to get blocked. He's going to make contact with the 13. The 13 and 21 have made contact. And it set the 21 back just a little. So Flash Racer's just in the middle almost of that spots-wise. But the number 13 will stay where she is. She is not moving. Alex Ross, your next Toyo Sport car. Let's see what he's got. Alex Ross is looking for a career resurgence after a 0-win season. He hasn't won since Season 2 at Talladega Superspeedway, and he's just going to desperately shove the 22 along, and he just cannot make any more spots. That 22 is not moving out of his way. Unbelievable, you guys. Here comes the 43 of Eric Jones. That pack is starting to get bunched on the back straightaway right there, but it looks like Kyle Busch is ahead of the mayhem behind him. Here comes Eric Jones in the number 43. Eric Jones looking to try to make some progress. Not going to make very much progress. He's only going to get past the 23, 14, and 10. And that is going to be it for Eric Jones so far in this one. A crazy day it's been here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And of course, so far in the first episode of this race, Kyle Busch is being dominant and leading every single lap so far. Only rivaled by Larson and Cindric, and Truex, and Elliott, and Blaney. There it is. There's your top 6 right there, as we will be back at Homestead Miami Speedway in the Flash Racing Cup Series after this.